I'm George Curtis. Welcome to It's Your Environment. It's Your Environment is a show that allows me to bring guests that teach all of us a little bit about our environment. Some of it's local, some of it not so local. As far as we know, this is the only planet we get. We don't know of another way of getting to another one, so we're starting to take care of this one. And many of our guests are doing a lot about teaching us what we did wrong and some corrective measures, and often these people are public servants who put on educational programs that we should all attend and learn. Our guests today are people like that are making a difference in this planet, and there's a special event coming up in Winnebago County in the end of May this year. I intend to be there, and I think you should too. But let's hear from our guest. Chad Casper, welcome to the show.
Thanks, George.
What's your job?
I work for Winnebago County Land and Water Conservation Department, and I do a wide variety of different things, basically to protect water quality in Winnebago County. And that can range from shoreline buffers to wetland restoration work, shoreline protection. I work with local farmers on different projects, and just a wide variety of different things to protect the resource.
Well, it sounds like most of what you're protecting is water, and we've got a lot of it here in Winnebago land.
Yes, we do. It represents, if I'm correct, about 9% of the water in the entire state of Wisconsin is here in Winnebago County alone. So there's a huge workload of water to protect and projects to do.
Well, as I was telling you off camera, in the 35 years I've been in this area, the water has changed. When I first came and I went out to the famous Lake Winnebago to fish, I went out night fishing because I was from northern Wisconsin, where walleyes were strictly night feeders. Apparently didn't like the light. Found out that the fishing here was just as good at noon as it was at night because the water was dirty, but it's not so dirty anymore.
Right. And we hope that some of the projects we've done, we can take credit for that. We have a watershed program where we work a lot with the farmers as far as sediment coming off the fields, and we are doing projects hopefully to clear up that water a little bit. Zebra mussels may have a little bit to say in that too, but I'm not totally sure on that. So.
Well, we're not going to give them a lot of credit.
Yeah.
You mentioned buffers. What are buffers?
Buffers we do shoreline buffers along lakes and streams, and we like to see them about 35 feet wide. And basically what it is, it's native vegetation. It can be wildflowers, grasses, trees and shrubs, all combined along that shoreline to create a natural habitat. And those buffers, what they do is they can filter off pollutants coming off of yards, whether it's fertilizers or runoff from your driveway. And those native plants have a real deep root structure. And with those deep roots, it can absorb a lot of the pollutants, and it can also act as stormwater retention with the voids with those deep roots. That water will soak in a lot quicker. And the nice thing with native plants is once they're established, they can pretty much take care of themselves. They have the deep roots. You don't need to water them. You don't need to fertilize them. And they're pretty much maintenance-free after a couple years.
We used to think that those were weeds that we had to get rid of,
Right.
and we discovered the hard way they weren't weeds. They were there for a purpose, and the deep root structure made a big difference. They operated kind of as a sponge from a layman's point of view to
Exactly.
keep the poisons out of our streams and our lakes. And now many of these lake associations that used to complain about the weeds in the water, but they would have the turf lawns right down to the water, and then the runoff and their pesticides, insecticides, fertilizers into the water, have discovered the problem by looking in the mirror.
Right.
They were the problem.
Right.
And what are you doing about that?
Right. A lot of it's education and just informing landowners of why things happen. People don't realize that by having that, it can create a lot of water quality problems by mowing your lawn right down to the edge and adding fertilizers and different types of things. So a lot of it's just informing the people as far as the benefits of these buffers and why it's important and how that can improve water quality.
There's something special coming up. When is it, the 31st?
It would be May 31st. The event is held at the Sunnyview Expo Center located in Oshkosh at 500 East County Road Y. It's our second annual Shoreline Expo, Natural Shoreline Expo. And at the event, we're going to have a lot of information located at one central location. There's going to be local nurseries, vendors there. We're going to have information on designing shorelands and native landscaping, We're going to have information on rain gardens, which are shallow depressions that collect rainwater off your roofs and your property and let it soak into the ground before it reaches the lakes. There'll be information on yard care, composting, how to get phosphorus-free fertilizer, just a wide array of information.
Who's invited?
Everyone. The general public's invited. It's a free event, it's free parking, and everyone's welcome to come to attend it. So.
Is there some way that we should call ahead, make a reservation, get more information?
Nope, you just need to show up on May 31st starting at 9 o'clock, and you can come at any time, and we're going to have a wide variety of speakers as well that'll be talking at the event. We're going to have information on how to design, install, and maintain rain gardens, how to install native plants and design with native plants. We're going to have information from a homeowner that's actually installed one of these buffers. Just a wide variety of different information and topics.
And besides the beauty of the rain garden, I would guess that's very advantageous to save that water so it doesn't go into our streams, our lakes, down through Chicago into the Gulf of Mexico.
Exactly.
That's good stuff to keep.
Definitely, definitely. Water is becoming quite valuable. If we can keep it on site and recharge our groundwater and keep it clean, it's very important.
I'm assuming that the 31st is probably a Saturday.
That would be a Saturday, correct.
It starts at what time?
9 o'clock it starts.
How long will it run?
It runs till 5 o'clock.
And we're going to meet all kinds of people of similar interests that want to do a better job of keeping their water on the land where it does some good, avoid the runoff, keep it from being poisoned, and exchange ideas and pictures?
Yep, pretty much anything you want to know about native plants and landscaping, water quality, wildlife, how to attract birds to your property, that's going to be the place to go.
Well, I think it's a place for many of us to go because we've got a lot at stake here in this particular part of the state, don't we, Chad?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Well, thanks for the information. We'll take a break and we'll be back with another guest.
All right, thanks.
We'll be right back.